My name is Andre Adams, an IFBB Pro Physique Athlete and NASM Master Trainer. I've been in the industry about 15 years now. It started as my own kind of self-discovery, getting myself in shape, and competing in powerlifting and physique, bodybuilding. But then along the way, I started training athletes. So about 10 years into the game now, everything from general weight loss, improvements to body composition, and then of course, physique and bodybuilding athletes. Initially, I heard about Titan through other friends within the bodybuilding community. Actually, a good friend of mine, Coach Andeka, another IFBB pro and Olympian athlete. And, Co was telling me a little bit about, hey, you want to find out what's going on the inside, let's do some discovery work there, check out Titan, let's go do their labs, and then also the injectable vitamins. So that was the other thing that really caught my eye and my attention at the time. Hercules Potion is one of those products that ended up working great for me, which we'll talk more about in a minute. But about 3.5, 4 years ago is really when I got connected with Titan, and I was just so impressed with that level of service and how smooth everything went, getting my labs. And I'm from Kenosha, Wisconsin, so initially thinking about, all right, how's this going to work? Titan's down in Tampa. Very quickly they were able to set me up with a local service provider to get my labs drawn, and within a day or two, I was able to have that consultation and find out what was going on the inside. So before Titan, I was about 5 years into my competitive bodybuilding career, and I was really just looking for that edge. Two things. The biggest thing was visibility to what's going on the inside. So, let's learn about our blood work, kind of check all of my labs through cholesterol, my hormones like testosterone, estrogen. So that was one important aspect, just to make sure that I'm bringing my all-time best to the stage. But the other thing was also just, starting to feel depleted over the years, lack of energy, feeling a little sluggish. So, maybe some of that's attributed to overtraining. A lot of it was also some things we discovered with the labs and the blood work. So back then, we're backing up about 2018, this was my initial transition from IFBB men's physique into the classic physique division. And my blood work at that time, I noticed I was feeling a little bit sluggish. I realized my RBC was a little bit higher than normal. So, the blood was a little bit thick, could be, causing me to be a little bit more fatigued than I should be. Genetically, I also have high cholesterol. So that was another factor that I wanted to make sure I got under control. So looking at those lag measures with the blood work, I was able to come back in and use different therapies and obviously just different nutrition and dietary changes to address some of those underlying issues. The other key factor that we looked at were obviously the hormones, right? So when we look at the IGF-1, we look at testosterone, free and total, we look at estradiol. All these things as I was heading into and also post-show were big things that I was able to adjust and just monitor to make sure I'm performing at the highest level, but also staying healthy. The most prominent therapies I use today are Nectar of Gods. I love that one early in the morning. Just a lot of detox with the addition of the glutathione in there. But in particular, Hercules has been by far my kind of go-to supplement by Titan Medical. So pre-workout, I'm primarily training in that strength hypertrophy phase where we're looking to shuttle more blood, right? Oxygenated blood flow to the muscle groups. It does work systematically, but for me, if I'm training a particular muscle group that day, let's say I'm training my biceps, I prefer to inject actually right at that site. So again, it's just really been able to help enhance the pumps, help build that muscle, and then obviously help me recover a little bit faster. I feel great overall. My energy levels are definitely superior to where they were just a year or two ago. And again, just having that confidence and that peace of mind when I'm doing a competitive show or just looking for general health. Now I fully understand my labs, right? What things I need to be conscious of or cognizant of as I'm prepping for a show, and just ultimately trying to stay healthy, feel good. The service was amazing. Everybody's always fast and responsive. You can drop Titan Medical a text and someone from the team will get back to you with the information you need. As far as shipping, they've always been on point. If I call up, sometimes I'm in a pinch, I don't realize I'm out of a product, I can just call, and usually within a day or two, it's there at my doorstep. So medical providers, very knowledgeable, informative people. So in the beginning, right, I didn't fully understand all the different variables and what's kind of out of range, right? What are those outliers in my blood work? So getting that consultation and having the medical providers really break down each of those outliers and explain to me, what things I'm doing in my diet or my training or what have you that are contributing to those, that was everything to me. That was gold. So again, just very knowledgeable, dependable, and it gives you a good peace of mind about your health. Definitely happy as a Titan patient. In fact, over the years, I've sent almost all of my athletes to Titan at some point or another, whether it's to monitor blood work and labs or to get some of the updated products and therapies as Titan releases them. And that's another thing I'd like to mention is just the innovative culture behind Titan. They're always on that cutting edge, kind of pushing the limits of what's next. So very excited to be part of the team and highly recommend them.
Hi everyone, I'm Schaneal, one of the nurse practitioners here at Titan Medical Center. I wanted to give you a quick rundown of one of my favorite therapies that we offer here called Titan Complete. In the Titan Complete, this is an injectable therapy that goes into the muscle tissue, which is going to give you a lot better bioavailability and usage of these components in the body. This will consist of your full B complex, of your vitamin B1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 12. So that'll help with natural energy, inflammation, digestion, cholesterol. It also has your branched chain amino acids in there to help with muscle and tissue recovery, along with your L-carnitine and MYC, which is your methionine, inositol, and choline. Those are going to help with fat and cholesterol mobilization to assist with fat loss. So it's all around a great therapy. If you're interested, please give us a call, 727-389-3220, or visit titanmedicalcenter.com.
With Valentine's Day just around the corner, it's the perfect time to call Titan Medical Center and learn about our signature bedroom relationship enhancing therapies. We want to help you feel better, look better, and perform better in every aspect of your life. Call us today at 727-389-3220, or for more information about how Titan Medical Center can help you, visit us online at titanmedicalcenter.com.
What's up, guys? John here from Titan, and today I want to talk about something that gets brought up a lot by male patients in particular, and that is erectile dysfunction. So erectile dysfunction is a very common thing, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it, right? They're either embarrassed, their ego, whatever it may be. They might feel less of a man, so they just don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it with their partner. They don't want to talk about it with a medical provider. They're in denial in some circumstances. They just don't want to hear it or feel about it or even care. So let's talk about erectile dysfunction. So erectile dysfunction, it affects over 30 million guys in the United States. Maybe more, because that's just the people that are talking about it, okay? The second thing is it's not a part of aging. So it doesn't matter how old you are. Now, the research does show that if you're over 40, you're in a higher risk of having erectile dysfunction. But that's not because of aging. That's usually because of health issues. And that's one of the main things that causes erectile dysfunction, right? So poor circulation, blood flow, that's affecting your erections. That's one of the biggest ones. Now, being obese, this is another high-risk category for erectile dysfunction. Being obese, over 25 on your BMI in particular, you're at a very, very high risk for erectile dysfunction. Now, there's other things that affect erections, okay? So let's talk about some of those different ones, like alcohol, drugs, okay? Stress, anxiety, high cholesterol, diabetes, heart disease, smoking, all these different things. And there's a lot more, okay? There's just some of the different ones I want to name because those are the most common things that people deal with every day or are doing, okay? And when you're doing these different things or have these different issues going on, this is not only going to affect your health, but as guys, it's going to affect our erections. And this can affect us in a lot of different ways in our life. And by having erectile dysfunction, it can cause issues with your self-confidence. It can cause issues with your partner per se because you're not performing. They want to know why, what's going on, what's the problem, is it me? That's what the wife and girlfriend usually say. At that point, you might feel even more embarrassed. You're like, man, what do I do about this? Like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know why this is happening to me. So when you look at the different things that you're doing in your lifestyle, or do you have some of these different health conditions? And if you do have some of these different health conditions, like I named, talk to your medical provider, talk to somebody that can actually help you with libido enhancement, because it's a part of your life, right? The quality of life is to have good sexual function. for yourself, for your partner. You want to make sure that you're good to go, okay? So when we talk about different medications, I'm not talking about drugs, I'm talking or illicit drugs, I'm talking about medications like for depression. These different medications can cause erectile dysfunction, and it's not your fault. You may have serious depression, and you may need these medications so you feel all right, okay? So if you have to take these depression medications or antidepressants, then at that point, you need to talk to your medical provider about possible libido enhancement. Something that's gonna help you, have erections and be confident in the bedroom. Now, sometimes it really doesn't come down to erectile dysfunction physically, but some people have erectile dysfunction mentally, okay? And it might be an insecurity or something that happened to them previous in their life, some sort of stressful event that could cause problems in the bedroom. That's not your fault either. Now, if you guys are just tired of your partner or you're angry at your partner and that's one thing, that's a whole different story. But there was something that happened in the past that could be mentally blocking you to having good sexual function, you may need a libido enhancer. So don't be ashamed. That's the big point out there. There's people out there that can help you guys. At Titan Medical Center, we can help you guys. We have all different powerful combinations, for all different types of people. No matter what your status is or what your health status is, we can help you guys so we can improve your quality of life. Because you want your partner feeling good, you want to feel good, and you want that self-confidence there, right? So we can help you guys and we can provide that. So if you guys are looking for libido enhancement, if you guys think you have erectile dysfunction and you want to talk to somebody, then you guys should call or text us at Titan. The number is 727-389-3220.
Hello folks, Cass Fernandez, nurse practitioner at Titan Medical Center. Just wanted to say hello. I want to give you guys some new information about some of the treatments we offer at Titan Medical Center. One being our energy fat burning treatment. It's called ECAs, and they're capsules. You can take them up to twice a day. They're going to help with increasing energy levels, helping burn fat, and helping you focus more. These treatments can be taken in the morning and in the evening. They can really give you a boost to your day and help improve what you're trying to work on. So if you're interested in learning about some of the other therapies we offer, give us a call, 727-389-3220, or check us out online at titanmedicalcenter.com.
Titan can help you make this Valentine's Day one to remember. Our signature relationship bedroom enhancing therapies are specifically designed to boost your performance and ignite the spark. We're ready to help you feel, look, and perform at your optimal levels. Call us today at 727-389-3220 or visit us online at titanmedicalcenter.com.
What's up, guys? I'm John.
I'm Therese.
And we are back with another Cupid's Corner. That's right. Every Sunday, me and my beautiful wife here are going to be going over topics, tips, information, and things that will hopefully ignite, excite, and increase the love and your relationship every single day. So hopefully you guys can use this information that we're going to be bringing along with you guys and talking about today, and it will hopefully benefit your relationship. And if you're not in a relationship right now, don't worry. All you gotta do is take all those great little tidbits that we have and store them in the back of your mind, or save this video somewhere so you guys can use these tips, tricks, and information for your benefit, for your future relationship, to hopefully set you up for a successful one. That's what it's all about, being in a successful, long-term relationship, right? Where everybody, or each one of you guys, is reciprocating the love back and forth. So we are back actually from our 15-year anniversary. We just got back this week. We were in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana. 15 years down. That's a long time.
We needed that break.
You know?
That was a nice little break.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have a break with just your significant other.
Yeah. You know, and we've been on different anniversary trips where, we brought our son on anniversary trips with us and stuff like that, which is nice, spending time with everybody and doing that. And this time we brought our service dog along with us.
Sasha came. So
Sasha for
we technically still had a kid with us.
International travel. So yeah, So that was a fun experience and a different experience that we've never experienced before. That's something that we shared on the way over there and all the good stuff. So if you have a service dog, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, there's some different hoops and things you got to jump through to make sure they're taken care of so they can fly with you all the way over to wherever you're going. But no, it was a good trip. And, it's important, one, the milestone for the anniversary, right?
Right.
When your relationship, obviously, you and your girlfriend, your fiance, your wife, you should have these little milestones where you guys should be celebrating. And that might not be like an every week thing, like, oh, we just did 10 weeks together. Like, okay.
Every 28 days.
Yeah, every 28 days. I've seen people do months. I've seen people do years. And then I see people just forget about what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, you guys are going to run out of ideas, gifts, and everything else down the line. I mean, once you get past your monthly anniversary and you're in 15 years, you're going to be like, I have no idea what to do because I've had to give you something every month for 15 years.
Yeah. It wears things down a little bit, right? And I tell everybody this, I'm like, listen, it goes for all, right? If you do too much of something to somebody, it desensitizes or lowers the value of what it is. So let me give you a couple examples here. So every day, Sharice does a great job, or Art does a great job, whoever it is, and they constantly need, you're doing a great job today. You're doing a great job today. You're doing a great job today. Well, yeah, they might be doing a great job every single day, but when you tell them that compliment, if it's every single day, it's kind of desensitized. It's kind of like a hello, right? You say hello to somebody every day, it's just very common. It's like, hello, all right, doesn't mean a big thing. But when you tell somebody, hey, listen, I love you.
That is not a desensitized thing. You must do this.
You want to do it often, but not every single time you see them, right? So if I'm walking up and down the hallway in Titan Medical Center, not every single time where I see Sharice, I'm like, I love you.
Well,
Actually,
I'm intervening on this portion of John's conversation, okay? Because it's something we do. He just not realizing that we do it. But on every single phone call before we hang up, right? And we might talk 3-4 times a day, right? He might even be in the car behind me driving while I'm on the interstate and he's behind me on another car with the dog, right? And I called him real quick to say something about the office. And it's really quick too. It's just like, before we hang up the phone, I was like, I love you. And, it's something we've done over the years. Yeah. It's just a thing we do,
But it's still not every single time I talk to you or see you.
No, it's not every time you see me in a hallway. Like,
on
hey,
the phone, that's one thing, right? That's like a green leading, right? So yeah.
I see you for lunch. I love you.
4 times a day is okay. But when you're talking like, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50 times, like that's a lot, right? It is what it is. But it's important to do, right? It's important to communicate. That's one thing for us. In all these different situation scenarios and stuff like that. The other thing is that when you're celebrating these anniversaries, you really got to put some thought into it, especially the more you go through. Because the first couple of anniversaries, should be pretty easy, right? First years,
couple roses, chocolates.
Because, ultimately, like, if you're in a relationship, you're going to deal with a couple different times in the year where it's like relationship holidays, let's call them.
Yeah,
Valentine's Day, that's one. Birthday, that's almost like another one, right? That you're going to celebrate together. And then your anniversary. So these are big things that you should probably focus in on. I know there's like Sweetest Day and like all this stuff, but let's just focus on a couple major ones.
Yeah, I think Walgreens, CVS, you guys are getting enough money.
Hallmark, the Hallmark holidays.
Hallmark, you guys are banking. Stop making up holidays just to get cards.
Yeah, so the Sweetest Day and all that good stuff, listen, it is what it is. But just, focus on a couple of those different days and make them stand out. And one way or the other, you can make them stand out. Even if you don't have a whole bunch of money, you could write maybe a poem or whatever it is. Hint, hint, you could probably go on Chat GPT and say, write a love poem for my wife, my girlfriend, whatever it is.
Oh my God, please don't do that, guys.
Listen,
please put some thought into it.
I'm not saying don't put thought in it. So don't say. But there's some guys out there that they're not very creative in that light, right? They're not romantically creative and they don't know what to do and they stumble. They have a general idea. They have what they feel about you, right? I love her because of this, she's that, all those good things. So you can put those things in Chat GPT and then, have something pop out where it's going to stand out to her. Now, these are just words. These aren't your actions. That's only one part of it. So you can't just go into Chat GPT and cheat the whole romantic thing out. You actually have to have some action behind it. That's setting something up, whether it's a bath with roses. So in the Dominican, the last couple of years, that's what I've done. I've had roses set up, going from the bedroom into the bathroom to this huge tub.
So awesome.
Where there's candle lights and the whole nine. This is nice to do, right? You guys can spend time in the bathtub, talking, kissing, whatever you want to do. But that's bonding time too. That's special time. Mm-hmm. You're not really going to have your cell phone in there either, right?
I would hope not. Anyway.
So at that point, no TVs around, no distractions. It's just you and her, or him and you, or him and him. Enjoying each other's time, whatever it is, I don't care. At that point, you guys are enjoying each other's time, and you guys are making more memories. And different things down the line, you can take trips, right? And you guys can go see somewhere exotic where you guys are at, or go somewhere in the mountains, or whatever you like, or she likes. And you guys can enjoy each other's time, and you guys can really kind of get away from everything.
The whole point is to enjoy each other's time, and then take those windows to kind of reminisce about what's happened over the last 15 years. Like, hey, remember that one time? And oh my gosh, remember that one time we did this? And or just ask random questions. Just it allows you guys to have conversation, right? Because you're constantly on your phone, or you're constantly working, or you're constantly doing something. Maybe you're doing laundry, dishes, whatever it might be, and you're not really having that one-on-one time where you can reminisce and be like, hey, how did we get here? I can't believe we made it to 15 years. That's crazy. It's a decade and a half.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts.
Well, the also thing that you guys can look at is all right, if you've been here 15 years, 20 years, whatever it is, you can look back, or you guys can talk about, hey, do you remember what we did for our first anniversary? Do you remember how we used to celebrate? And then you can kind of go into that, and it brings back usually good memories. I mean, as long as you're on point. And it should be within your first year. You guys should be in the honeymoon phase anyway.
You should be, yeah.
So at that point, it should bring up good memories of what you guys did. And, if you guys have had any bad days on your big days, per se, try to let those things go.
Right.
I know it's not easy to do and stuff like that, to just forget about things. But if you're forgiving in that light and you guys want to move forward, you guys got to get over that hump. It's got to be there. And at that point, you guys got to be, reciprocated with the love that you guys are showing your partner. So
maybe John will be nice enough to share the video on the show of I believe it was 98 roses that he got me this year, which was really, really cool. Yeah. It was really, really big. The funny part about this whole story, right, is that I'm not expecting anything at the office, and we had not we, actually. There was a nice guy named Art that was nice enough to clean out this big room for us, right? So he did this, and it was so nice and clean. And so there was this big box in there, right? And it was just sitting there. And I asked the staff, I'm like, guys, we just got the room cleaned out. What is your problem, right? What is the deal? And I literally went to go kick the box. I went to go kick the box, and then it pops open, right? And it's from Venus LaFleur. And I'm like, oh! And then I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody go get John. Yeah. Nobody told him it came.
What else is new here? I never know my own packages or something.
I know, right? But it was a cute little funny story.
Yeah, so. Definitely cute. And that's another thing, right? And there's other things that you can get out there. You can get roses, you can get cars, plush animals. There's even the cards in the boxes now where you can send where things pop out.
Yeah.
So those are cool too, and
get creative.
They'll keep your partner on their toes, and that's something remembered, right? You probably never received that from somebody. So try to think outside the box, or think about what your partner likes, and kind of customize a gift around that. I know Sharice does a really good job with the personalized gifts now. It's personalized gifts. So she makes a blanket with a montage of different photos of us. Or, she made this awesome picture this year for our 15-year anniversary, which had, one of our older pictures in the background from 2007 or 8 or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And it has a newer picture right underneath it. So you see where we were and how young we really looked back then, and now, and how good we look now. So
yeah, well, I think we look better actually.
Right?
I think we look better now.
Just joking. But it's definitely cool. And things like that, really, they stick with you, and you can keep them, and it's a great memory to have, right? And it makes you remember maybe those old times too, as well, when things weren't really good, and hopefully they're really good now. And if they're not, look back to the past and say, listen, what were we doing then? And let's apply some of this stuff to the future, right? Because it's really good stuff that probably happens. So, Make sure you guys are enjoying yours. Us on our vacation, we pretty much just hung out all day, no schedule.
Everybody asked us, what did we do? Did you guys go to see some shows? Did you guys do this, do that? I'm like, man, you know what? I just laid there and I did like nothing and just enjoyed my time with John.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
Amazing.
Definitely good times. Definitely good times.
It was great.
And then when you guys get there, you guys can plan dates or whatever it is. You guys can do this, do it for yourself, do it for your partner. You guys will enjoy the time together and make sure you're setting that time aside because it's really important for you and your relationship. So guys, this is another Cupid's Corner from me and my beautiful wife, Charisse. We're here with you guys every Sunday at 11 a.m. If you guys can't watch us live, you guys can always DVR it. Or if you missed it like that too, or you're not in the area, don't worry. You guys can go right over to YouTube, type in Titan Medical Center, and you guys will get to see this show and all the other cool Cupid Corners and all the other content that we produce. So go over to YouTube, press the all notification button, hit the subscribe button. And if you guys aren't following us on social medias, why not? We have such cool content. Go over to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even TikTok. And you guys will see some really, really awesome content and maybe learn something for yourself to help you guys age gracefully and feel your best, look your best, and perform your best every single day.
And this is why we look so good at 85.
Titan Therapies, baby.
Hey.
So we'll see you guys next week for another Cupid's Corner for great information to help you and your relationship out.
See you then.